Yeah.
Small and annoying.
Good morning! Sorry, guys. I totally forgot to give my players the 3, 2, 1 intro. I had a bit of a brain fart there, so I'm glad you guys weren't talking about, like, pooping or something.
No,
Good
kittens.
morning.
We were talking about kittens, honestly.
Honest to God.
Sorry about that, everybody. Good morning! Welcome to Zoa Stardust. This is our 6th episode. Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Sumkey. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Sumkey, thanks so much for subscribing again. 4-month streak. You are the true MVP. So, if you're new to Ghostlight RPGs, welcome. We are a community of theater artists and beyond, keeping the lamp lit via remote role-playing games, adventures like the one you're watching today. If you're new to Zoa, just welcome. We're a bunch of animals, anthropomorphic animals, just sailing through space, just looking for some relics. That's the gist of it. Feel free to go back and watch our older episodes, previous episodes on our YouTube. I don't think most of them are not on our Twitch anymore. They've already cycled out. So, but yeah, they're all on our YouTube. If you need to go back and watch them or just want to for fun, that's what I do. Real quick, we got a plot point already for Annie to Kira. What ails ya? To Kira, what ails ya?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, starting off with...
starting off strong.
Mhm. That's good.
I need a plot point,
Yes.
too. Thank you.
Love your puns.
Amazing. Well, hey, my name's Justin. I am your game moderator. My pronouns are he, him. And why don't we introduce the rest of the team here? Let's start with Emma.
I've never been picked first. Okay.
I honestly, I try to bounce around, but I forget who I
Justin.
picked. So,
No, you're
I'm
fine.
sorry.
My name is Emma, she, her, and I play Skipper Ottington, who is an explorer type otter on our spaceship. Skipper's fun fact today is that when we all started school together at Ursa, there was a sort of like, I don't know why, but my brain is thinking talent show where everyone got to showcase the skill that they had at the very beginning of the year. And Skipper took a group of students and teachers out onto a boat because she is an experienced sailor. Unfortunately, while she was taking everyone out, the boat got a little bit crowded and the vice dean fell overboard into the water. Luckily, Chomper was there to save the day, even though Skipper could have done that themselves. But that is my fun fact for Skipper today. And I'm going to throw the ball to Darrington.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Hi, my name is Darrington. My pronouns are he, him, and I play Tennison, the tech toucan, here in Zoa Stardust, also he, him. And my fun fact for Tennison today is a little bit of an explanation for how he sort of got started in Zoa enhancement in the first place. He had a small group of friends, one of whom we've met in Zoa Grass, but the 4 of them, birds, were always getting into trouble, and it was them who inspired Tennison to think about, well, what if we had something that could help us be even more fun, to help us have even crazier adventures. Zoa enhancement as an idea and as a tech product existed already, but that's what sort of got Tennison into it. And he promised each one of his friends to make them a thing that would be really cool and individual for them. But he fell out with his friends before he was able to do that. But he had at least the idea to finish his own. And without friends, he had a lot of time to do it too. So that's where his toucanai came from. It was his friend's idea, and from there he got into Zoa enhancement to leading his own branch in a company.
Oh.
There's that. I want to throw it over to Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Muñoz, she, her, and I play Milo Raynard, who is he, him, who is a little fennec fox and the captain, I guess, of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And my fun fact for Milo, I'm just going to pull from, my own personal thing right now. When Milo's very tired, he becomes extremely klutzy. And also, he will fall asleep anywhere, like staircases, tables, underneath tables, in the middle of the sidewalk if he's that tired. Like, he will just lay down and go to sleep. And so there was a couple of times when he was a lot younger and very tiny, where his moms couldn't find him. They like basically lost him in the house because they were just like, I don't know where he went. And then he'd be like under the couch or something, and they're like, oh, thank God. Okay, we thought he went out the door. And I am going to pass it to Annie.
Hello, everybody. My name's Annie, pronouns she, her, and I play Kira Swiftfoot, also she, her. And a fun fact about Kira today, as you all know, she is the peacekeeper, so trying to make everybody calm on the ship. And a fun fact about cheetahs that I found out is their voice box is fixed with vocal cords that vibrate as they breathe in and out. This allows them to purr, but it strips away their ability to roar. So I thought that was very fitting with Kira. She doesn't roar to get her point across. She purrs. She's gentle. She's comforting. And I thought that was something very good for Kira and for cheetahs. So off to you, Bradley.
That was adorable. I'm Bradley, he, him. I play Chomper, the big old hippo, also he, him. And Flip, the little tiny oxpecker companion, also he, him. The fun fact today for me is about Flip. Oxpeckers actually not only clean their accompanying animal, they also chew up necrotic flesh, as well as drink blood out of wounds in order to protect them from infections. So beware of vampires, honestly.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
And I will toss that back to Justin.
Wow,
Wow.
that's fantastic. You should. Let's talk later because I think. Well, no, like not in a weird way. I mean about the game. And
Let's talk later.
I know, I'm scared now.
no, Flip. If Flip is ever like willing to, I mean, that could definitely give everybody another asset die on recovery rolls, I would say. So
Exactly. Flip strips is a
Yeah.
usable thing for.
amazing. Couple things in the chat. Thank you so much, Kate, for gifting a sub to Tar. Is it Tar Water? Tar H2O? I get it. That's clever. Welcome to the family, Tar. I'm gonna call you Tar for short. Also, Kate gave a plot point to Darrington for his too can-do attitude.
Aww.
You guys
You
are
guys are
fine
so
for
nice.
today.
I gotta start spending these plot points. They
Yeah.
can't, you can't take them with
Spend
you.
them. Spend them.
You can't take them with you.
Yeah, you can't take them with you. Okay, well, a couple more things before we jump in. Zoa Stardust is a PG-13 adventure. We utilize safety tools such as lines and veils and color cards that you might see us pull up at different times. Thank you, Darrington. These are just so that we remain comfortable, respective of each other's boundaries. We can honestly start calling them communication tools because that's really all they are. However, with that in mind, we do have a few content warnings for any of you out there under the age of, I don't know, 12? I don't know what age you should start watching the show.
What
Anyway,
are you doing here?
I don't know. Language, violence, hallucinogenic drugs at times, adult situations, possibly still incoming, I don't know. Nothing graphic, will always be very considerate. Considerate. Alright. Moving on to
Why is that funny?
I don't know. I don't know.
Considerate.
It just didn't seem like the right word I was looking for. I'm hopped up on allergy drugs right now, so I myself am the drug content warning for today. Some key added characters that I need to add now. Thanks, some key. Let me talk
Rap
slow
brothers.
while I find my list.
It's our rule. They
Animal
will.
names.
Yeah. Is the rule they will come up at some point in the game, or they have to come up today?
No, at some
Oh,
point.
okay. I was like, wow,
At
that's
some point. But I'm writing them down
That's
regardless.
ambitious.
that
They
is
just live in the bottom of the ship. We just haven't found them yet.
Yeah,
So-
stolen.
hanging on.
At some point, Bit and George, the Rat brothers, will arrive.
I think it's. Is it George or Gorge?
Oh, I'm sorry, Bit and Gorge. Thank you. Bit
I like
and
that.
Gorge. That makes more sense.
That's
Although it
adorable.
would
I
have
don't
been
know,
funny
George
if it was Bit and George.
Bit and George.
Amazing. Thank you, Sumkey. Okay, today's Get to Know a Zoa. I'm gonna try to just bust through this one because it's a big one, but
Bust it.
following last week's lead, we are doing a spotlight on each realm of Zoa. So last week we talked about Iridia, the desert-esque biome, the savanna biome. This week we're going to talk alphabetically next in line about Breckleaf, the Woodlands Biome. Now this one is huge, so I'm going to try to just barrel through it. The Woodlands Biome, Breckleaf, full of tons of towns, cities, too many to note. Barkentrum is the capital city where we have been. That was where our first session took place. People from all kinds live here. It's a crossroads of sorts. It's not unlike a New York City type thing, Barkentrum. Breckleaf is run by something called the Acorn Federation. It is kind of a city-state representation that works together. So each city-state kind of has its own independence, but all together they work as sort of a union. So Breckleaf in general kind of runs like the U.S. would. Barkentrum is split into 3 boroughs. This is the city I'm talking about now, Barkentrum. There is the top town, which is the Canopy. There is the village, which is kind of the main, everything is there. And then there is Boroughburg, which is an underground area for those who might live underground. There is a few places of interest for you. The Stump, which is a place we've been before. What once was the Skybark, the great tree, is now this petrified stump. And upon it has been built the United Realms campus. Council Chambers, Ursa Academy. There's a museum of Zoa there. It's very much. There's like the Grand Archive over in Iridia that we talked about. That's very like studious and like proper. And then there's like the Museum of Zoa, which is like where you would buy cotton candy while you walk around. So it's like super tacky and not tacky, just super touristy. Also, there's the Pine Drop Press, which is a newspaper. There is Lightfoot Lake, which is a large lake right next to the Stump and next to Barkentrum. That is actually where Skipper went out on their showcase that first time. And finally, there is the Streamline, which is the transportation system, kind of like a subway. But it is underground, vast tunnel system that is dug out from across Zoa, honestly. It has been built further and further. There's only a few places it doesn't go, like Dodencrest, or obviously places in Koralsh, the water. So, anyway. See you later, Kate. So, that is that. I know that was a lot, but there's a lot to it. So, anyway, that's Breckleaf. Next time we'll talk about Koralsh, which is the ocean biome. So that's exciting. And also, is anybody from Breckleaf? I guess Milo is from Breckleaf.
Technically.
You were raised in Breckleaf.
I was raised in Breckleaf,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah. And then all of you, of course, ended up
Right.
in Breckleaf for Ursa. So you spent the last 4 years in Breckleaf. Cool. All right. Was there anything else I missed in chat that we need to address? No? Okay. Is there anything else before we jump in? Cool. Well, let's get to it. Welcome to episode 6 of Zoa Stardust. So last week we did a fun thing that I thought was fun, where I had the players write a previously on segment and I read it out loud without having looked at it before. So we're going to do the same thing this week. Let me scroll up to it here. Great, here we go. Previously on Zoa Stardust, our band of adventurers met Silgrit the All-Seeing Spider, who has sent the Furry Five on an epic and possibly dangerous path of finding the remaining 4 relics of Promium, shards that contain immense power that just may help our heroes find and save their friends, family, and planet from the Menagerum, an evil race of alien poopy buttheads who collect planets. Now the crew of Buckley Sting are off to save the day. That was like the longest sentence.
That was always my issue in English class, run-on sentences. That was always the note.
You asked us to write it, Justin. You said you'd read whatever we wrote.
I know.
I don't do periods.
No, I love it. It made the inflection really fun and unique. Okay. Great job.
Did we mention Becca didn't get to bed till like 3 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who made Becca write it?
She chose.
I blame Emma. I blame Emma.
All right, no worries.
And characters
All right.
beginning.
We're back.
we're getting into
back
character.
into character here. So yes, you have left the Nebula Sea. You are on your way to the nearest relic, and yeah. What do you guys think you're all doing right now? I know that there was some tension between some characters, perhaps. You've been on the trail, if you will, on the course for about 2 hours at this point. So I know some of you had made some recovery checks off camera, which is great, and some of you got a little bit of health back from that. Does anybody think they're doing specifically anything, Kira?
I have a question. How long does it take our echoes to recharge? Because we might need oxygen again at some point.
It happens pretty instantly.
Really?
But you have to go charge them with the dust generators.
Okay.
Which means you're pulling dust energy from the ship. But that's what they're there for. That is what it's used for. So.
Okay. So maybe I could grab everybody's and go charge them before we get into the Nebulous Sea while y'all are steering us. Do you want me to do that? I can do that.
That sounds fantastic. Well, didn't we get out of the Nebulous Sea?
You're out of the Nebulous Sea, so you're not going...
But we're still probably going to need
I
them.
thought
We'll
we
still
were
need
going
oxygen.
back through it, though, aren't we?
No.
No? Okay.
So you left, you got out, and the direction you're going now is away from the Nebulous Sea.
Oh, okay. Okay, but yeah, we probably should still recharge.
There might be
Charge 'em.
something else you need them
There's
for.
still plenty of
so-
space drugs out there.
So that we don't have issues again, give me all your echoes, and I will get those charged right now. And try to be nice to each other, she says, looking at Skipper and at Milo, taking their echoes.
So, and for the record, just so we have this in writing here, because the Buckley Sting was not fully prepped when you left from the cave, and because you've used quite a lot of cannons and shields in that time, you guys have about 2 cells left of dust. So charging all of this stuff is going to take one complete cell to charge all 5 of your echoes. Actually,
Okay.
plus Hector's, plus Dresden's. So yeah, it's going to take a full cell there.
Shoot.
You'll have 1 left.
Can we catch another star?
Put it in your pocket.
You could.
Save it for a rainy
You could go hunting for one if you want. However, I will add that gave you soul power, not dust
Death.
energy.
Oh.
So you have plenty of soul left, which is going to allow you to
Yeah, we
prepare,
do.
like to push the
Yeah.
ship along, and to power your gravity field and whatnot. So you're fine there.
We just need dust.
You just need dust. Yeah.
Is there a way to harvest that, or do we have to get it from a place?
You don't know.
'Cause we
If
would
there
get-
is a way to harvest it out and about, nobody has cataloged that.
Nobody's tried.
So, typically that's what the outposts are for. That's where like dust would be stored. Yeah.
So we should be
Wasn't there an
navigating to an
outpost near
outpost.
us?
There's an
Wasn't there an
outpost not
outpost
too
near us?
far. Yeah, I mean, you could go like maybe a couple hours off track. Posture check, everyone. And you could go try to find some dust if you wanted to. I mean,
So,
there's no. Let's put it like this. There's a bunch of urgency, of course.
Mhm.
However, I mean, time. It's not a huge factor in what we're playing into here. So all I'll say to you is that you could choose to go somewhere else first. You could choose to, but really, you assume things will continue getting worse the longer you let things wait, I guess. But
Yeah.
you also need resources, so
Supplies. Like,
it's just hard choices. It's up to you.
what do you guys think? Should we? I mean, there's that station nearby, and we don't have a whole lot of supplies, and we're running short on dust. And I feel like if we're going to be fighting any big crazy space gods, maybe we should have dust.
That's my thing, especially
water.
for our ship, because I think we would have been a lot more helpful last time around if we had a little bit better artillery fighting those huge things.
Mm-hmm.
And if an outpost stop is going to have to happen at some point, we should start thinking about when.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
What y'all think?
I mean, I agree. I think we need to make sure that our ship can move and also that we're able to breathe. So we're no good to anybody if neither of those things are true right now. What do you think, Skipper?
I agree. I agree with Kira and Tennison.
Okay. Chomper?
Whatever we need to do to survive, mates.
How far away is the
Flip?
flip?
Flip, flip. Flip says that he just wants to survive as well. So let's get going.
Noted.
Yeah, well, I'd say we're just about a couple hours away from Outpost Beta.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Well then, let's make our way there. And hey, maybe somebody survived. Who knows?
Yep, here's hoping. So you head off to Zoa Stardust the musical. Were we singing something? Was that a thing?
No.
And
Yeah.
the falling star, yeah.
That's a falling star.
Into the
Sure.
thick of it.
All right, you sail off. Like you said, it's about 2 hours away. Is there anything anybody wants to do in that 2 hours? Better question: what is everybody doing in those 2 hours? Hector could take the helm if anybody needs to rest, or if you know. Anyway,
Yeah, Milo's gonna go take a shower because he's covered in sticky stuff and mud. His pants are covered in mud. He's
Okay.
not very happy right now.
yeah, yeah.
It's very
There's
uncomfortable.
there is a water system in the ship. It's a very simple kind of
Mhm.
shower. It's in that lounge area with the pools
Mm-hmm.
where Ambassador Ebley is right now.
Is there a curtain?
No, he's just gonna watch it the
Yeah,
entire
no.
time.
Oh, great!
There's a curtain. This is where we get our adult situations finally.
Oh
No, there's
he
a
can
curtain.
turn around.
There's a curtain.
Skipper's gonna be swimming laps in those pools, just FYI.
Okay, they're like
That was-
pretty small, but
That was their plan before Milo
she-
said Milo was gonna be down
Yeah.
there.
no! Okay, I'm
Yeah.
actually covered in filth and shit, okay? You're just swimming, so...
Skipper
swimming.
has their ears plugged up, and they're just swimming laps back and forth in this little pool.
So Milo, you're down there in the shower.
Yeah.
You hear the voice of Ambassador Ebley just talking out loud. You're not sure if he's talking to you or to Skipper or what, but he's going on and on. this pufferfish I knew one time, who, quite honestly, was the rudest person I've ever met. No, I know that status doesn't have to mean everything, but there is a level of respect that comes with it, I tell you. And just going on and on, you get the sense that he's lonely down here.
Oh.
What's his name again?
His
Ambassador
name is
something?
Pyron Ebley, yeah.
Oh yeah, like I'm gonna remember that. Or like Milo's gonna remember that.
Wow, Milo. Wow.
Okay.
It's a very tiny brain, okay? It's like this big. Ambassador Ebley, what exactly were you doing on in the cave?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. I was there to ensure that Aquazoa are given equal rights in Ursa. It is a very important conquest for us down in Tidala. I must say, having been out here now with you all for some time, there are definitely reasons that perhaps Aquazoa need to wait, perhaps. But these conditions are easily fixable. It would be a lot easier if I had my legs, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. I was about to say, I'm sure if you had, your legs and, some opposable arms on it, you'd be very useful somehow. I'm sure.
Yes, useful. And what of you? How have things been going out and about? Are we any closer to discovering the missing planet?
We're getting closer, I think. We met this giant space spider. So apparently
Terrifying.
Yes, agreed. So apparently there was like Mystozoa at some point on Zoa. I don't know anything about that, but they're like some sort of like they like worship like gods or something. Like them. Yeah. Have you ever heard of that?
I wonder. Balderrock is one that has been passed down through time.
Yeah, Balderrock the Gentle, I think the spider called it.
Yes, my mother once talked to me stories, bedtime stories, of course, for when I went to sleep with my eyes open. And but yes, Balderrock, a great beast that once ruled over Korolsh, or perhaps even before Korolsh. I don't know. I was a child.
Burr stops swimming and pokes their head out and says,
Ah, where have you come from?
"Oh, I've been swimming laps this whole time."
I thought those were just jets that turned on.
No, that's me. Did
We
you
have
say
jets.
Corlish?
Yes, Korolsh. What about it?
Corlish. Well, if you're from my specific region, you say Corlish, but
Of course. Sorry, I
that's where
didn't
I'm
mean
from.
to diminish your native tongue.
I'm just giving you crap.
I'm playing it off. Let's go.
Yeah, go for it.
It works,
Go for
it works.
You keep
It
works.
rolling.
But that's where I'm from.
Oh, yes. I suppose I should have assumed that. Where exactly? What region?
The Sunglazed Reef.
Ah, yes, the Sunglazed Reef. A wonderful place if you enjoy fun.
I do.
Yes, no,
I
of
enjoy
course,
fun.
as we all do. But have you been down to Tidala?
No, I can't say I have.
Well, we'll have to get you a pass sometime. It is quite the treat. And, well, if we survive this,
So,
we
back
will
on-
enter. We will bring you. I'm sorry. What?
Back to the Balderrock thing.
Yes.
So like, So he was called the Gentle. Was he actually like gentle? Like what exactly was it?
It's a good question. If I remember correctly.
Because we might be running into it at some point, in theory.
Mm-hmm. I vaguely remember the story my mother told me. It was Boulder Rock. Yes, Gentle. I remember that he swam the entirety of Zoa, helping to nurture the nature around him. He was a life bringer.
Oh. Skipper is making a mental note.
He... Yeah. Good morning, Darkblade. Well, again, maybe I'm off on the wrong foot here. He maybe not have been a mystizoa. That might have just been a folklore tale my mother told me.
You don't have feet.
Ah! Chomper!
Sorry,
He's just walking by the door and just has to throw it.
Chomper! Where have you been?
Oh, I'm busy down the hall. Just popping in. Bye.
Oh, do you not? The water's warm. Do you? Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That was dickish.
No, you're good. I was reading Sumkey's new character, Theodore Bilroth, a mallard surgeon.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Theodore.
Is it because he's a quack?
Amazing. Hang on. Okay, yeah, that'll be good.
Skipper is going to go back to swimming laps, trying to not necessarily ignore Milo, but just not making eye contact.
Well, Ambassador, sorry.
Sorry, who has the relic right now?
Milo, right?
Okay.
Or did he give it to someone else?
I'm guessing
I
you would have had
had
to
it.
give it to Hector if Hector's the one at the helm.
Yeah, I don't think I took it into the shower with me, so Hector probably has it.
Okay, all right.
This isn't the
you
goblet of fire.
Yeah. Well, Ambassador, we're getting ready to head to the nearest station. Maybe we'll find some tech there, and we can get you some legs and get you up and about on the ship deck.
Oh, well, that would be... of course, don't go out of your way, but if you did, I would make sure that when we return to Zoa, you had a statue among Tidala. I actually don't have that kind of pool quite yet, but I'm sure when we return, we will be lauded as heroes.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, if we don't get some sort of parade or something, I'm going to be very surprised.
Yes, parade. Yes, of course.
A parade would be nice.
A parade would be nice.
I would like a parade.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna.
Was there anything more you want to talk
off.
about? I will keep talking as long as you. I have nowhere to go.
I'm gonna go dry my fur. It gets really weird if I don't. I'm just gonna go.
I understand.
Good talk.
Yes.
Great talk, though.
Fur and all that. Yes. Skipper,
Okay, bye.
how have you been?
He's so lonely.
I'm well. I can't say the same thing for the rest of the crew. We did just have a very rather frightening encounter with some menagerum.
Yes. Yes. The menagerum. As I've heard been said. Yes, it is quite terrifying. Quite a different place that we have just been than the Sunglaze Reef, perhaps. You have family there?
Yes.
Yes. That's wonderful. Yes. Wonderful, apparently. Yeah. I went once to the Sunglaze Reef. I was dragged there by my uncle. He was a fool of a man. But I had fun. I'll tell you that. Perhaps when this is all over, I'll go again.
You should. I can show you around, and you can stay at our resort, the Oasis, and I can introduce you to my father and my mother and my brother and my sister. And they dip back under the water.
Skipper.
They're under the water.
Skipper. We will, we'll find them. I'm sure. It's just a matter of time and effort and all that. So, you just stay down there as long as you need.
You see some little bubbles come up from underneath the water.
He kind of starts humming a little tune, I think, that you hear him hum sometimes when you walk down the hall. We'll leave you two there. Anybody else? What do you guys think you're doing? Chomper, what were you doing in the other room that, down the hall?
I was walking past, looking for other doors that would be a storage room, an armory, anything, exploring the Buckley Sting in terms of like what resources we still have.
Sure.
We have? Is there a storage room? Is there anything we have?
A storeroom, full of like rations, foods, and whatnot. You have enough water, definitely, to last you a while, because there's a filtration system with the pools and whatnot. So, you should be okay on water for a while. Like I said, you have one cell of dust left. You have 5 cells of soul, which is plenty, because you guys absorbed that soul, star flare. And let's see. Yeah, weapon-wise, they have a few random, like dust shots. You find 2 dust blades, just some like typical standard issue stuff. However, and I want to remind you guys too, you can build yourself assets out of Buckley's Sting. This ship has been through so much, I encourage you to help me flesh out little hidden compartments. Maybe somebody left a unique thing somewhere, or, different things like that. So if there's something specific you were maybe hoping to find, let that fuel that desire.
I was actually looking for spare parts in order to build the ambassador some legs.
Gotcha. Yeah, why don't you make me some sort of, like, an Arcana tech-based roll here to see if you can gather what you think you would need.
Turning into the ambassador episode.
But I love it.
We're like, oh, he's actually not that bad. Okay.
Poor guy.
There we go. 1.
Yeah, there was definitely a shift in his tone, since the planet disappeared.
Yeah. and well, since he lost
feeling
his
particularly
legs.
helpless, perhaps. So.
Yeah.
I got a 10 with a D6 effect.
Okay, you found some stuff. You're not honestly sure if it's the right stuff. What's your Arcana tech level on its own? What's the die for it?
Well, I was hoping to team up with Tennison.
10.
Sure.
My Arcana tech is a 6.
Okay, so yeah, you found some stuff. You're like, you could probably build the legs out of this, right? You're not honestly too certain.
This looks like it does something.
You definitely want some help here.
Tennison, I'll find all this crap. You think we could build stuff to make old fish sticks walk around?
Oh, yeah. This will definitely be a great start. Maybe we can do some more searching.
Yeah.
All right.
Tennison, you go ahead and roll for yourself. Let's see what you can find to add to
While-
Chomper's.
I was going to ask, with permission, I don't know if this is something Ten can do, but in this time, he just went through somewhat of an existential crisis, learning about all this and knowing what the mission is. And when Ten gets tense, things start buzzing. So he's been tinkering with his Tukanai,
Yeah.
and was wondering if he could deconstruct his dust shot to become compatible with the Tukanai, so that the dust can run through it and shoot from there.
Sick. I'm definitely interested in that. The question is, are you gonna put your focus into that or into the legs?
We've been meaning to get Ebly some legs for a while, so this can take priority.
Yeah. You definitely think you could do something with the dust shot later on, though, if you wanted to.
Can it
Lit.
just come out of your little hands when you do this? Pew, pew,
Pew, pew, pew, pew.
Would that not be so fierce?
Literal finger gun.
Also, Chomper, you had a D6 effect back there.
Yeah.
If you want to pay a plot point, I'll let you give that to Tennison to represent the parts that you found.
Done.
Oh, lit. What
So
dice
add a
can I add?
D6.
Okay, this roll is gonna be lit. All right,
Ooh.
we are working.
Whoa.
I did roll a 1, so it might not be the best thing Ten's ever created, but we are looking at. Oh, we can do a 15 with a D6 effect.
Fantastic. Okay,
Ooh.
15. Yeah.
Can I spend another plot point to erase that one?
That's a really good question. Technically, no.
Yeah, we have to do that.
That's not allowed.
Fine.
What the
Yeah,
complication
I
is gonna be for you, Tennison, is you think you could do this. However, you will take. I'll pay you a plot point for it, Tennison. You'll have a D8 effect that is like wired, we'll say. You're on your project, you're doing this, you're gonna be very distracted by anything else. I'm sorry. This is your focus, so anything else you're gonna try to do the rest of the session, it's gonna be a distraction. So you'll have a D8 complication for it.
That's all right.
Sorry, I
But-
feel like I just screwed you. Oh.
No, but on the contrary, you immediately start finding parts laying around and whatnot. And with Chomper's, he kind of had more of like the bulky parts that you could actually use. So you find all the finesse. Yeah, you could build this thing. Depending on what level of like quality you want to, like how much time you want to spend on it. They could be, just passable, like legs that'll help, or you could add extra like bits of armor to it where like they won't fall apart if they get shot at or something. Or you could spend like the top tier of time, which would put you at essentially building like the most durable, like almost like Tukanai level of durability.
Wow.
So it kind of depends on what Tennison wants to do here. I'll say, that the outpost is only another hour away or so. You're definitely, you could probably throw together some basic legs in that hour. The next step up from there would probably take you about 6 hours. And then the next step from there would probably take you closer to like 12 hours.
Oh, geez.
So...
Oh, well, I can throw something together in the time that we've got left, and hopefully in between travel to other places, I can throw some upgrades on it. But maybe once we get to the outpost, you'll be able to come and walk around with us.
Are you talking to Ebly?
Ambassador?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What? I'm sorry. I had my head under the water. I was humming to myself. What? Did you say you were building me legs?
Yeah, Chomper and I have found enough things to put some sort of apparatus together. It won't be something that you're used to with your
Oh,
status, but
well.
with some time, maybe it can be.
Tennison, you. Um, I am very appreciative of that. Thank you. Thank you. Let me know if I can do anything to help. If you need to take measurements or anything like that, I'm here for you. Uh, so yeah, what was your effect die there, Darrington?
6. It was D6.
Okay, cool. Okay, good to know. All right, so you take some time to build that with Chomper's help, we'll say, and Flip. Kira, what do you think you're doing?
Skipper, is there ever a time when you come out of the swimming pool, or do you think you're still doing laps? Because Kira will come find you eventually if you don't get out. But if you get out,
I think they come out after a while and towel off and go back to the deck of the ship and are just staring out at the stars.
okay, I'll go find them and just kind of go and sit next to her and just kind of wait for a second. Beautiful, isn't it?
Yes.
I know you've been waiting for this, so I'm sure there's a lot to think about, huh?
I had always so looked forward to the moment when I would get to look down on our planet from space and to see the ocean and the sea in all of its entirety at once. And to think that my family was down there looking back up for me.
I know. And I don't know what the future has in store for us, but I promise you that I will go down trying to find them and everybody on that planet. Because I've lost members of my family before. And I'm not really ready to lose the rest of my home. And especially not you all. But Skipper, I need you to believe that they're out there. Because you know me, I can get in my head before a test or a big race or whatever it is. I was always the one who was nervous, and you always encouraged me. You were the one who told me anything is possible. And I don't know what to do when Skipper isn't there to remind me of that.
They blush a little bit. Well, you're right. We will find them. We'll get our home back, and we'll go back down to Zoa, and we'll be able to tell everyone all of our adventures. And I'll show you our resort, and you'll just love it, Kira. And I'd love to meet your family. I'm so sorry. And Skipper puts a paw on Kira's paw.
I need you to trust me as your peacekeeper, okay? I want you and Milo to see that you're different, but you both are needed. And if there's anything I can do to help you personally, not Milo, not Tennison, not Chomper, but you, Skipper, tell me. Because I want everybody to be heard on the ship. We're not going to do this without each other. And I know that tensions are high and egos are as well, but I love you both dearly, and we need to do this together. So if there's anything I can do to help you, please let me know.
Thank you. I have to admit, this might come as a surprise, but I don't respond well to authority.
What?
And I never imagined. I mean, I always knew Milo wanted to be a captain, but I can't say that I'm very excited about my best friend now being that authority figure. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I figured. And I don't think any of us were ready for this. I mean, we got thrown into this. I don't even know what it means to be a peacekeeper yet, so I'm sorry if I'm figuring it out too, but...
Oh no, you're amazing, Kira. You've always been amazing. You just never saw it before.
Thank you. Maybe we can all sit down when we're not running away from the buttheads, and, we can sit down and talk about roles and what everybody needs to do, and maybe that'll help.
I think that's a good idea, Miss Peacekeeper.
Doing my best. Now, I think I'm gonna go try to find a glass of water and do some breathing because, yeah, that was a lot. I'm not the biggest fan of spiders, but she was very nice, but a little intimidating. So, okay, I'm gonna go.
Skipper just smiles watching her leave.
And Kira, as you walk back down, you catch Hector, like, who's at the helm, just kind of... What? No, I'm doing nothing. We'll be there soon.
Thank you, Hector. Thank you.
So another hour passes by or so with all of you kind of... Milo, you eventually come back up to the deck. Skipper's out on the front, kind of looking out and whatnot. Milo, you take over the helm. Hector climbs up the top to the crow's nest, if you will. And about an hour or so or later, you hear him yell, outpost ahead! Outpost.
Outpost.
Sorry.
What's with all these accents all of a sudden?
Drinking on the job up here. Just kidding.
Can you not?
Yeah, I won't anymore. I'm putting it down.
What, you got alcohol? Share with us. Come on.
I'd be down for that.
Kira.
Everyone, I see it up ahead, y'all. Now, hang on a second. He's got a spyglass. Hang on, what? I think I see a ship. There's a ship docked there.
What sort of ship?
Are they flying any colors? Do we do that?
Good question.
Does it look like an Ursa ship?
It does look like an Ursa ship.
Maybe it's our
Oh my
friend.
gosh.
What?
Style raptor. Nice.
He says, yeah, definitely Ursa model. Look, you like this angle?
It's great.
Definitely an Ursa
Loving it.
model. It's an older ship. Let me see if I can figure that one out. I can't quite get out what it is. We'll have to get a little closer. Is that all right with y'all?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, ease in slowly. Try not to, alarm them.
At your pace, Captain. And moving forward, you get just a little far out. You see there is this kind of like, it's like a picture like a lighthouse. It's basically like a large lighthouse with like a port around it, like a small docking area. And it's just kind of floating in space, and there is one ship docked on this side. There is a second ship docked on the opposite side that you are now seeing. There are two ships docked. Both of them look like Ursa ships. And he says, yeah, that's definitely Ursa. The one on this side, let me think through my notes here. Let me just go through the old Rolodex of ships.
while you do that, I think Skipper is going to be rather rude and try to like take the spyglass and look themselves because
Okay,
they're
you climb up to the top.
impatient.
Legit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, can you let other people do their jobs?
Sure. You do so. He says, oh, yeah, here you go. And
Okay,
you
can I roll for
find-
that? Or should I just
No, you take. He doesn't like fight you on it.
Okay.
He's not gonna. Yeah, he doesn't like fight against you on it.
Scary
So the
fight.
one ship is the. Hang on, almost there. I should really organize these notes better.
Good.
You find the old dog.
Old dog.
The old dog.
Oh no.
And he looks at it. Or you look at it, Skipper. You see that it says the old dog on the back.
Old dog ahead.
Old dog. Oh, that's yeah, that's one of the other ships. Hell yeah. Okay, maybe there might be somebody here. The old dog was docked at well, no shit, was it? No, never mind. The old dog was not docked at the cave at the same time we were.
Well,
Wait a minute.
fantastic. They might have resources. They might have answers that we don't even have. If they were outside and they didn't get captured or anything, or maybe they escaped. Who knows?
All right.
Well,
so,
if it is an Ursa ship, maybe the people who docked it here have echoes. Should we try to send a signal?
That's a good
Ah.
idea.
Yeah.
there's thinking.
Kiara? Would that be you think? Or a Darrington thing? I mean, a
maybe.
Tennison thing?
Maybe it's the anxiety talking, but I'm just a little nervous. Just hear me out for a second. I know that ships have been trying to go out and haven't been coming back. You don't think this is a ship that was stolen by other people besides Ursa members, do you? Just pointing it out.
Are there space pirates? Are there space pirates?
I don't know.
And there not be.
I
There
know that-
are
There are
Justin, are there space pirates?
so make
That we would
me
know of,
some
I
sort
guess.
of a history check here. The thing is, this is not something that was like would have been taught in like at the academy.
All right.
So this is more of like a what kind of like secret kind of underground knowledge do you guys have? So feel free to make me a check
I want to
depending
Um,
on that.
I can't.
I
I'd
hate
rather
making
fight
all-
other Zoans.
You're
Come
gonna
on.
have to
I-
beat a 15.
I hate making
Okay.
intelligence checks. I'm so dumb.
No.
No,
While they're
he
making-
is. They're really bad rolls.
While they're making that check, Justin, I
Yeah.
rolled to see if I see anything else. Like I'm looking for signs of
Okay.
people that we know.
What did you roll?
I rolled I did roll 1-1 and I rolled a 13 with an effect die of 10.
Kira knows shit.
Okay.
Or 12, sorry, a 12 with an
yeah.
effect die
My
of 10.
God.
So that's great. So you see up at the top of the lighthouse, there's some sort of a light there, and you do see movement as if somebody is passing through the light. So there are definitely person or people walking at the top of the lighthouse. That's what you get with a 13 or a 12 or whatever you said.
Can I use my D10 effect to step down one of my complications?
Yeah, why not? Which one?
I think that the migraine has lessened now after Skipper's talk with Kira, and also just like the excitement of like, oh my gosh, we've just found other people. Like that's the stress is kind of like lessened.
Yeah, I'll buy that. I like that.
So if I am at a D6 and my effect die is a D10, does that mean my migraine goes down to a D2?
It just goes away. Yeah.
Haha. Thank you.
Yay.
Okay,
Oh.
so
Adrenaline kicks in.
I did not roll well. Did anybody else roll for 5?
Absolutely not.
I got a 1, so there is a
I
1.
didn't even try, mate.
I do have
did
a
not
1.
try.
Roll the 1.
And so that would be a and I used a plot point.
Okay.
And it that's the one. So life hates me. So
And-
that's only an 8.
Okay.
I did not do well.
No, so This is one of those situations. This is just a knowledge check. You guys aren't actually physically trying to do anything, so it doesn't make sense to me to give you a complication here for that.
Okay.
So I won't. You don't get any plot points, but I'm also not gonna punish you.
Thank you.
I say punish, and I hate that word. Actually, it's not punishment. It's an obstacle. So let's just put that out there. Anyway.
Whatever helps you sleep at
Did
night.
anybody else? Did anybody else try to roll anything knowledge-wise on that?
I
I
did.
don't know anything about
Trash.
people, but I do know
No,
that I see
no.
somebody in that lighthouse, just so everyone knows.
Okay, so we have company either way. What do we think?
Well, I mean, we didn't come all this way just to not go onto the space station. And
Oh, I agree. I just be on our.
we'll just be on our guard, guys. Have
What are you?
your dust shots ready or whatever. What, Hector?
What are you worried about?
I don't know.
She's anxious. Have you met her? She's anxious.
Have you met
Sure.
me? I forget about everything.
Sure.
Hector, think of this as like space sharks.
I mean,
There
there
might be
is.
space sharks. There might be space pirates. So that's why we're being
Pirates.
a little more cautious. Yeah, pirates.
Oh damn!
Is
I
that a
didn't think
thing
about
out here?
pirates. Well,
You didn't think about pirates. So have you encountered pirates?
yeah,
you or Dresden?
Well, it's funny you mention that. You see, they might be dead, but
What?
Like zombie pirates?
no, not like zombie pirates. Chomper, stay with me here.
Freaking confusing, mate. So go on.
The Dreary Angel was a ship.
The hell
that
is? Oh,
went,
okay.
well, they went missing about 12 years ago, and never heard from them again. But there were reports after that time of loot gone missing, people gone missing, ships gone missing. There's word around the crews and whatnot that maybe the Dreary Angel is maybe they went rogue, so nobody likes to talk about it, but nobody's also ever seen the Dreary Angel, so I'm sure nothing. Right?
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be exciting if we were the first ones to see it? Let's go.
Ah, boy. Here we go. Now you got
First
me
ones
thinking
to
about
see it and
pirates.
survive, you mean?
Yes.
Great. All right. So there are two ships on at this location, right? So we can only see the salty dog or old dog. Or
The old
Old
dog.
dog.
puppy, whichever.
Big puppy.
So we don't see what the other ship is. So that could be the Dreary Angel, is what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're right. Could be. Should we circle around that way and take a look?
Sure.
Might be worth it.
We could always pretend we're pirates.
That is one direction.
You would be the scariest
For
pirate
sure.
out there, Kira.
I would be scary.
Also, what size is the Dreary Angel? What kind of ship is it? Was it
Is it a
a
battleship
ship
or
like
is
the
it
Buckley Sting, or is it a bigger?
No, it's a Sparrow as well. It's an older model, not too unlike Buckley Sting. But yep, it's a Sparrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's a little easier to fight than.
both of these are Sparrows,
One of
by
the
the way,
bigger
that are
things.
docked here.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Well.
can make a quick pass around and see if we can get an eye on it. My one concern is that we're going to start making whoever's inside nervous, so we're going to keep circling. the
Oh,
base like
perhaps
that.
we could
True.
wave some sort of flag to let them know we're friendly.
Yep. You want to do that?
Well, we could
Is
also
that a-
just try to
Do you
halo.
know how to do that? Is that a thing we do?
That's
Is
the thing
that
we do at
training?
sea.
I rather
I'm not
stealth.
All right.
Oh.
So
Well, the longer we
I mean-
float here, the longer they're going to get nervous.
Yeah,
So let's just make a
go.
quick pass around, and then we'll park it, and we'll make a plan from there.
We'll be
Right.
like that car in the parking lot looking for us.
Just looking for try.
you, you
Oh,
circle
oh,
around.
no.
You circle around the other side, and you see that the other ship has no name, but it is just an Ursa-class sparrow.
Well, that's comforting. Okay. So, we might be dealing with pirates here.
Might be.
Well, we came here for dust and supplies, so maybe we can gather that, recharge, and leave without just getting too much attention on us?
Maybe we could split up into teams. So, we have a couple people go in, get supplies, get out. And we have a couple more go in with the intent of maybe trying to contact these people and talk to them. That way, if something goes south, we can run and we still have what we need. Or we can actually talk and get some information.
Okay.
It's an option.
Offense and defense, basically.
We could also just try to hail them on our echoes.
Let's do that first.
That way we know if they're friendly or not.
That's true. Okay, let's do that.
Okay. Who's
Kira?
What do you guys do?
Me? You want me to do it?
You have the echoes.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
I thought I gave them all back.
Oh,
Yeah.
you gave them back. Okay.
They
I would assume I
charged,
gave
and
them
everybody
back
has
to
their
you.
echo back.
Okay. Milo's gonna take his echo, and I don't know what I'm supposed to say, but he's gonna say, he's gonna hail on it in an open channel, and he's gonna say, "This is Captain Milo Raynard of the Buckley Sting." I remember the name of the ship. Hailing the which
Old dog.
thing is this? Hailing the
The
old dog. Is that what we're trying to hail? Sorry. This is Captain Milo Raynard of the Buckley Sting trying to hail the old dog crew come in.
After about 20 seconds or so, a voice comes through. Yeah, all right then, all right. Hello, it's Skittle. I'm here, and are you looking for you looking to dock on the outpost here?
Yeah, requesting permission to dock. We need supplies and also hopefully some information.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on in. We got your supplies here. What's your ship name?
We are the Buckley Sting.
Oh, yeah, the old Sting. Yeah, all right. Welcome. Yeah.
Awesome. I couldn't help but notice that there was another ship docked, but
Yeah, that's right. We got a whole party going on in here. Rations for everyone. Don't worry.
Yeah, we failed to find the identifying moniker of that ship, though. Could you identify for us?
There's
Over.
a pause, and then you hear, it's we got the old dog, and then the salty dog.
Old dog and the salty dog. And Milo's gonna look over at Hector like, is that another ship? Do you recognize that ship name?
Hector's
Exactly.
brow furrows like.
Does he have brows?
I don't think so. He says, I don't think that's a ship. It sounds like a really shitty life.
It does. What do we do?
Milo, ask what's his designation?
What is the salty dog's designation?
What's that? You're cutting out there a bit. So
Okay. I think we need dust. Maybe we play it nice and just go get some stuff.
Oh, I have a very bad feeling about this.
I do
too.
We all have a bad feeling about this, but
Just going to say it. He sounds like a pirate.
Oh, absolutely.
There's
but
no
maybe
doubt.
we can negotiate. I mean,
yes, Chomper.
Hold on just one second. Skittle, this is Commander Bumflakes. We were out searching for all the booty and everything because we were sitting out there by the angel.
Chomper, no.
there's a bit of time that passes.
It's a bad not lie.
And you hear a different voice come over. Commander Bumflakes, huh?
Yeah, Commander Bottomflakes, that is me. We were sent out by the angel to get some booty.
Listen up, friend. You need some resources? Come on in. Other than that, you're taking up my time.
Milo's gonna get back on it. He's gonna say, belay the message from that crewmate. He's suffering from star sickness at the moment. He's took a bit of he took in a bit too much of the sea, and he's a little bit loopy right now. He thinks that he's a pirate or something. He got loose from below the deck and got one of the echoes. We'll be more than happy to make port and collect our dust and be on our way.
While this is happening, Skipper, you are still kind of looking out and everything with your check from earlier. There's definitely movement. And you think you see somebody peek out from the bottom, from like the entrance of the tower, and kind of go back in real quick into the shadows.
They're watching us.
I don't know if the situation got more or less dangerous for us.
Of course they're watching us. We just we've said all the wrong things. Let's just make port, get the dust, get out. Let's stop wasting time. We're gonna start. We're gonna.
Who has the shard? We should probably keep that somewhere safe, close by, in case we need it.
Oh, I got the shard.
Hector?
I got the. Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it.
How big's the shard? How big is it?
It's like this big.
That's like my size.
Yeah,
it's like a Bluetooth.
It's like your size, literally. That's.
Dang it, Chomper. I guess you're. Do you want to watch it, or should we hide it on the ship? They might come on the ship if we leave the ship. Hector, do you know a safe place, or Dresden? Do you know a safe place to hide this on the ship where no one would find it?
We got secret compartments down there. Dresden, take it.
Wunderbar.
Tosses it to Dresden, who says, "I'm on it," and then she slithers down the stairs.
I imagine she can slither into all of these secret compartments that no one else can get to.
And she's like a snake, so she dislocates her jaw and just takes off with it.
Yeah.
Oh, that means she could eat me.
Milo's spot.
She's
That's
definitely.
I just wanted to say that I did that to prove that these are not Ursa people.
No,
and we've proven that. And there's now a higher up. It's not just Skittle.
Oh,
so I mean,
that's true.
I mean, I could be wrong, but there's a chance that higher up might be Captain Greyback.
Oh no!
Who is?
You guys recognize the name Greyback? Rebecca Greyback is
no!
Well, Rebecca Greyback was your team's teacher back at Ursa Academy. The Rhino. She was kind of a hard ass on you guys. Very, but kind of a tough love kind of way. You all know that she once used to be out and about in space, and then kind of came back to Zoa, and she didn't really enjoy teaching very much, and nobody everybody was like, why is she here, why is she not out and doing Ursa stuff.
Possible relation.
Captain Greyback is he was the captain of the Dreary Angel when it went missing. So might be a problem there.
So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we tell him we know his sister, and then we will be accepted.
Or maybe we just tell them the situation in its entirety. So it is gone. Aliens are invading. We need supplies because we're going to try and find them. Don't say anything about the splinter. Nothing about the splinter, nothing about the spider. We are just looking for them. That is it. And everyone, make sure you have your echo, your weapons are charged, and we're going to go in with the best of intentions, but be on your guard. Okay.
I would say try not to split up, but if you have to, do not go alone anywhere. Please go with somebody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want?
I'll be Kira's buddy.
Do you want us to stay here, or we'll stay with the ambassador, and Dresden will make sure the relic's
please.
safe?
Yes. Please stay with Ambassador Hector. Please go downstairs. Inform the ambassador of what's happening. Try to keep him out of trouble.
We'll keep the ship intact.
All right.
If anybody tries to board, old Hector's got him.
Believe that.
I would actually be more comfortable if Hector came with us.
Oh, shit.
Hector might actually know some of these mates.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's probably true. I don't know if that's a good thing, though.
What the hell does that mean?
I mean, maybe, like, with you all, you can maybe play it off like you don't know.
Yeah.
With me, maybe it's,
I
see
agree.
me and they start shooting. I don't know.
I agree. And I think if we keep this all about alien creatures coming, they're in danger as well. Nobody is safe right now in the conditions that we're all in. So if we just play it off like that, we're just trying to figure out what's going on and save the universe.
We have nothing of value on board.
No.
We just play it cool. We just need to get our supplies and we will go. That's all we need.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I'm here if you need me.
Great.
You gather your things, you dock, and as you finish pulling in there, the gangway drops, and you all get off.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Skipper's going to puff themselves up to try and look as tough as they can.
I love it.
Yeah, Milo's also puffing up a little bit.
And Kira tries not to barf. Here we go.
Yeah.
Can we walk in slow motion towards the door?
Sure. So as you do that, somebody pops out from the doorway. Again, there's not really a door here. It's just like an archway, like a doorway, I guess. Somebody pops out, and you see that they are. You see two people pop out. They are rats, and they one of them says, "Hi there, stop right there. All right. Do you go ahead and put any weapons you have down here?"
Is there a specific reason we need to disarm on an Ursa base?
And then the other rat kind of pushes the other rat and says, "Oh no, we just want you to recharge your weapons, of course. It's protocol. What, is this your first outpost?"
No, it's not. It's just we're actually fully loaded on our weapons. They're fully charged. So
fully
we actually
loaded,
just charged. We charged them on our way here. So no need.
Yeah, they're fully loaded. Yeah, I heard it, Gorge. All right. Well, in that case, just follow us up the stairs here. We'll get you set and back on your way. And they turn and start walking up the stairs. Actually, they go on all fours and just skitter.
I already do not like this.
So you all head up the stairs. There is a room that you can see inside. Has bunch of supplies, cells, all kinds of stuff. However, standing in the way as you walk up the stairs past that room is there are two people. One is a shoe bill, with its. I don't know if you guys ever seen a shoe bill. I should mention real quick. Thank you to Sumkey for the suggestion of Bit and Gorge. Thank you to Sumkey for the suggestion of Skittle, and thank you to Kate for the suggestion of this shoe bill, who is who has not been named yet. But yeah, go ahead and look up a shoe bill if you guys don't know what that is,
They're
because
large.
Look up a video. It is so intense. Like they look like they should not be
Yeah.
real. They look like
Yeah.
puppets or
Yeah.
something.
they're
Animatronics. It's
pretty
bizarre.
crazy, and the noise they
But
make
pretty.
is insane.
Mm.
However, you see a shoe bill and a hog standing there. Both are pretty armored up. I should mention that Bit and Gorge, I mean, they are both wearing Ursa coats, like Ursa jackets, but not the rest of the uniform. And then the shoe bill and the hog, neither of them, you recognize bits and pieces of what once might have been an Ursa uniform, but kind of scattered around, not really put together in a proper Ursa major way. And you keep going up the stairs, yes, following Bit and Gorge to the next kind of break off floor, which, as you look inside, is just like it was one, maybe like some sort of like a resting area with like cots and stuff. But there's nobody standing at the door, and as you kind of peek in, it looks empty. As you keep following Bit and Gorge. Everybody keep following? Okay. You keep following up to the top floor now of the lighthouse, where you see Gorge. All right, everyone, stay right here. Let me just go ahead and let the commander of the outpost here know that you're here. I'll be right back, Bit. Be right back.
Thank you.
And skitters into the door.
I am immediately regretful that we did not leave some of us on the ship.
I am too. Who's pretty stealthy in our group?
Actually, wait, probably more Kira. I'm quick.
I think I'm stealthy.
Anybody feel like sneaking off? Maybe.
You want me to?
I don't like that
Or do
we're
you want
all
me to
together
talk?
in one room.
I can sneak off with Kira.
You
Do
know
you want
what?
me
I don't think so.
As you are thinking about this and trying to decide kind of silently amongst you, this time there is actually like a door at the top of this that that he kind of skittered through a crack, and then it kind of pushes open, you know, like a little iron door, and you hear a voice say, "Come on in."
Captain's first, Milo.
I think Kira and I should go in. Why don't you guys wait out here?
Okay.
Okay.
Flip, 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 flip. I agree. I don't think that's a good idea. I think we should stick together.
Or at least, Chomper, you should go in with them. You're the muscle.
Yeah, Chomper. Yeah. You're so tall.
You coming
Well,
in
it's
or
up to
not?
you.
All right.
Captain.
Okay.
Wait, Chomper, let's just
Tennison and
go.
I'll stay out here.
Great, awesome. Okay, let's go. Jesus.
All right, you Milo. Who else is going in? Milo and
Kira,
I'll go in.
And Chomper.
Chomper. Okay, the three of you enter.
Breathing exercise.
You see something not too unlike Kira, not too unlike the control center that was back on the cave, but like a smaller version of it. There is lots of panels and whatnot, lots of Arcana tech around. It's a larger room, and it's the entirety of the top of the lighthouse. There are a few windows, kind of one on every 90 degrees or so, in a circular formation, I guess. Do you see a few candles are lit, giving off a flicker of light. Skipper, you can see that as from outside the room, and you assume that is the light that this was, allowed you to see people up here. In the room, you see a hang on. You see a pigeon sitting on, or standing, if you will, on one of the control panels. And as they turn back towards you, you see they have an eye patch. And then you also see, kind of leaning up against the wall across the room from you, a quite large rhino with the Ursa Commander jacket on, but you see that it is, like, ripped in places and patched up with different other colors and whatnot. Yeah, he has a few things on his, like, belt, if you will. His pants are pretty armored up as well. He looks decked out, like scavenged from maybe multiple things or places. And then to the left of him, sitting on a chair, looking at you with terrified eyes, you see a wolf, and she is her paws are kind of bound behind the chair. You would assume she is, and she's also kind of got a gag or something in her mouth, so she can't speak. But she's like, they're looking at you. And Kira, you're not in the room. Never mind. Oh wait,
No, Kira's
Kira,
in
you
the
are
room.
in the room.
I am.
She does bear a striking resemblance to Max.
To Max?
So-
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I thought so. Oh my gosh.
She's not wearing her Ursa jacket, but she does have the rest of the uniform on.
Gotcha.
And as you three enter, the rhino, still leaning against the wall, says, "Welcome to the party."
Oh. I see you already have company.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I was misinformed, but I was told there were 5 of you.
Well, we really only brought in the members of the crew who actually matter when it comes to discussions.
I see. Not a bad plan. George, keep an eye on the others.
I would like to say that I think Skipper immediately tried to leave as soon as you guys went in the room.
Yeah.
To like go
Good,
somewhere else and explore.
good.
Go with her, Tennison?
Yeah,
With Tennison.
Milo doesn't
Tennison
actually mean any of
100%
that
follows.
he's saying.
Oh,
He
yeah.
doesn't mean that for realsies, guys. Please.
We gotta be tough.
Yeah, he's trying to be tough.
Skipper and Tennison, where do you go? What do you try to do?
I think my thought as Skipper is we need to get back to the ship, because my first thought is they're gonna keep us here and then they're gonna ransack our ship and try to take whatever they can find on it.
Uh-huh.
So I want to get back to our ship.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with that. We should go together.
All right. You start rushing back down the stairs, quietly as you can. And, I mean, before you get there, because you can see them down there, the shoebill and the hog are both standing, like, they would see you walking back down the stairs, just so you know.
Oh, there was that little room, right?
There was another room, floor up from there, that was like a resting room, some sort of like cots and stuff like that.
Maybe we could just like sneak in there real quick and formulate a plan.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What can we do to get past these two?
Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm not sure. We could say that we were sent back to the ship to get something that their commander needed.
That's a good idea.
It's
And to
also-
say,
Sorry to interrupt, but it's also worth noting in this room, lots of cots and whatnot, you do find, as you are having this conversation, well, first of all, there's also a window in this room that Tennison could probably try to fit through. Skipper, you probably wouldn't be able to fit through it. But as you're having this conversation, Skipper, your eyes wander, as they tend to do, and you immediately look over towards a corner of the room. You couldn't see it as you peeked in from side to side because the cots were blocking it, but you do see a corner with what seem to be lumps of dead bodies.
Oh.
That's the sound Skipper makes. Tennison,
Uh,
don't freak out. Just, can you trust me?
I
I'm
trust
just
you, but
going-
I'm definitely about to freak out.
Don't look back in that corner. You don't need to look there. There's nothing you need to see. But I think we need to get our friends out of here before we get murdered by these pirates.
It's about this time you hear some sort of probably rat feet skittering down the stairs in your direction.
Tennison, go out the window. You can get out the window.
Oh, I can't leave you here. That's crazy.
We need someone on the outside. We need to get dust, and we need to get out of here.
Call me if you need anything. Okay. And
And I'm
Tennyson's gonna
going
try and
to-
squeak through that window.
All right,
And I'm going to try to hide from the rat feet.
Okay, sure. So Tennison, you pop out the window. Skipper, make me a roll here to see how well you can hide.
Okay, that might take me a moment. Let's see.
Can Tennyson try to continue to make his way down?
Yeah, you can. We'll come back to that in a second there,
Great.
Tennison. I'm going to go back up to the top here.
Mm-hmm.
After Skipper makes her roll.
So nervous.
Okay, I'm just rolling all the things that could possibly be helpful. And I'm going to I'm going to use a plot point too, because why
Mhm.
not?
Sure.
Add an extra
Use
die.
those plot points.
I've
Use
got
it.
him. I've got him. Okay. Okay, I did roll 1-1, but I have a 9 with an effect of a d6.
Okay. You kind of tuck underneath one of these cots, and like pull down some of the like padding and whatnot to try and cover yourself up. And you wait in the silence. And we'll come back to you in a moment. Kira, Chomper, and Milo, you're up in that in the top. Alright, so you're not idiots. You know how this goes. You stay here. We'll take your ship. Take what we want off it. And if you behave, we'll let you keep your lives.
I'm just curious. What exactly it is you plan on doing after you take our ship? Are you guys just planning on hunkering down here the entire time, or were you thinking of going out and sailing the stars again anytime soon?
What makes you think I would give you any inkling into my plans?
I'm not, and trust me, we are not the team to stop you from doing anything. But,
He eyes Chomper.
but, have you been anywhere near Zoa or the cave at any point in the past few days?
His look makes you think he has not.
Okay,
Oh.
I had a feeling. So, here's the thing.
Oh, he doesn't know.
He
Kira's going,
doesn't
oh,
know.
he doesn't know.
He doesn't
The
know.
pigeon, like, turns...
This one eye.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the pigeon and go, oh yeah, buddy. You're in deep shit. Buckle up.
So, here's the thing. We have some very interesting information, which I think would be very pertinent to you. And we are not looking for any trouble. All we need are supplies so we can be on our way. And I'm also curious as to why she's tied up. What exactly did she do? So, here's the thing. I'd be more than happy to give you that information if you just give us the supplies so we can be on our way. We don't
And
want
a
any
few
trouble.
more crew members. We lost a few on the way. It would be nice to have a large enough crew to run our ship. You understand how these things are.
I see. You think this is a trade, huh? You think
Not
this
so
is
much a
some
trade
sort
as-
of a bargain?
There's the word.
Right. Well, how about this? You give me the information that I so desperately need to hear. And from there, I'll decide how useful you are. How does that sound, huh? He starts walking towards you a few steps, Milo, towering over you. Looks from you to Chomper, over to you, Kira. Uniforms look new. Barely a scratch on them.
I'm just really good at laundry, bleach, and a little bit of lemon juice. It really gets those stains out. Give him a wink.
You're not bad.
Gotta stay fresh.
Quick tongue. Could use that on my crew.
She's okay, so you're Captain Greyback, correct?
I guess you're not that new.
Any relation to Professor Greyback from Ursa?
We're gonna
Just
go
curious.
downstairs to Tennison.
Oh, I said the wrong thing and I died.
Son of a
Oh, jeez.
It's okay. We're not. We didn't say what we thought of her yet.
Come on,
You're doing
laundry.
great.
God,
You're doing
Karen,
great.
you're doing fantastic.
Tennison, what do you do? You are flying around. I should have mentioned from the get-go, but this outpost is like the cave, where it has its own kind of gravitational field. Admittedly smaller than the caves, of course, but big enough to where all these ships can dock here, and you have oxygen and whatnot. So
Tennison is going to try to make his way back to the Buckley Sting to make sure that it hasn't been raided. Tell Hector, Justin, and Ibley what's going on, and be ready if we need to pilot the ship and maybe even, I don't know, crash into the outpost, create a distraction if things go sour.
sure.
I mean, there's 2 other ships, so.
Okay. So you head back.
So we're heading, back to the Buckley.
To the Sting. When you get there, of course, it's dead silent. Nobody's on the deck. You go downstairs. I mean, you assume that they're all hiding. You go downstairs. You don't find them anywhere. What do you want to do? How do you want to treat them?
Oh, gosh. If I make an echo call, would that compromise what's happening in other places for other people? Will that make a moment?
Well, you can choose to target a specific person's echo if you wanted to. I mean, you might get like hacked or listened in on, but you don't know.
Jeez, we can't find anybody anywhere. I think I want to try to make a call to Skipper.
Okay.
She's hiding.
I know, but I don't know who else to talk to. Hey, Skipper, if you can talk right now, I think we have an emergency. Nobody's on the ship. Repeat, nobody's on the ship. I need to find my way back to you, and we need to get out of here as soon as we can. And we need to find the rest of our crew.
Don't forget about the dust.
Okay. Tennison is going to... Oh, go ahead.
No, about 5 seconds or so after you finish talking to Skipper, you do hear a noise right behind you. And as you turn around real quick, you see Dresden. Her head pops out of a little hole, and she's like, Tennison? Is that you?
Oh, Tristan, you're here? Oh my God, are you okay?
Of course, yeah, we're hiding.
Oh, yeah, everybody's here. Ibley and Hector.
Yeah, we're all hiding. What are you doing? What happened? Are you okay?
I do not think we're okay. We have definitely docked with space pirates. We're in danger, and we're trying to figure out how to best get out of here with stuff.
Yeah, I thought you guys knew that already going in.
I mean, yes, but we didn't expect to immediately be.
Sure, yeah. I don't know, pirates. Okay, well, what can we do?
Well, I think if we can figure out a way to at least get some of our supplies, if we have to make a mad dash out of here, we at least got something.
Yeah, you hear a voice from somewhere behind her saying, "Pirates? Did they say pirates? What? Pirates?" He said. Dresden says, "Do Should I come? Should I come with you?
Yes, make sure that the shard is safe, and then let's see if we can sneak a little bit of dust back on the ship.
Okay, I'm coming. Hector, take this. I don't want that. Don't give me that. Oh, damn it. I gotta keep this and the fish. Okay, all right.
And his big meaty claws.
You be careful out there, all right?
Yeah, we'll be back as soon as we can.
Yeah, just be safe. We're hiding here, so now you know where to look for us.
Yeah.
And Dresden slithers out and accompanies you back up towards the deck. As you look out, you see one of the rats, Bit, is what I'm trying to say, stepping onto your ship. Just kind of walking on, looking around a little bit. Okay. What do you want to do? Tennison, there's a rat right there.
I know we met him before.
Oh.
I'm not crazy worried about him, but I don't want him on the ship.
I mean, I'm not into this, but I could eat him. I don't want to. I don't want, it sounds gross to me. I could chew on him and then just like spit him out if we had to.
She jumped to cannibalism so quickly.
Yeah, that's another story for another
It's
time.
not cannibalism when it's just a natural food chain.
Story for another time. But
I don't
my
think we have
family was pretty fucked. So, yeah.
Well, I'm really
not
happy
like
that I
that.
know
I'm
this
not
about
like
you
that.
now.
Yeah, no, I'm not like that though.
Just squeeze him.
Yeah, squeeze him. Just squeeze him.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't have to do anything to him at all. I want to see, okay, he's stepping onto the ship. We're already on the ship. Can Tennison fly around and then, well,
The angle that you have to go out at from here,
and so I'm gonna be
sure to
seen.
see you. Unless you want to find a different way to exit. Like there are, where the cannons go through like portholes down below.
Mhm.
You could try to like fly through one of those.
Yeah, I want to try to find another way through a porthole and then, I don't know, shoot a dust shot blast or something to distract him and get him off the ship.
Yeah,
Is what I want my first
you
plan.
think you could fly out? Yeah, you think you could fly out one of the portholes and probably get away unseen from there. And as you kind of say that out loud, we'll say to Dresden, she says, "Yeah, that's a good idea." And then once he's distracted, I'll slither past him, or I can just smack him with my tail.
I guess I'll leave that up to you, but I'll try and make it at least safe for you to leave without having to resort to violence.
Yeah, sure. I just don't want him to take all of our stuff, or also find Hector.
Yeah, but
So
yeah.
I think that's yeah.
Okay, let me give this a shot.
Okay, you go.
Okay,
you're gonna
Tennison's
fly
gonna come through the
out.
porthole.
Make me some sort of a stealth check here, Darrington. Let's see how well you can fly around unheard. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna go back to Skipper. Skipper, you whispered. And you hear little feet. Like little... Like stopping, walking, stopping, walking, stop. And
Are they close to me?
it sounds
in
like
the
they're
room
getting
with me?
closer. Yeah.
Oh.
So like you think maybe they're like walking, checking someplace, walking, checking someplace, walking, checking someplace. So
Like
it's only
in
a
the
matter of
room,
time.
though?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I want to try something.
Okay.
Fun fact, Skipper spent a lot of time reading books about pirates and sailing when she was younger. And if she knows one thing about pirates, it's that they are superstitious. And so Skipper is going to think about the fact that there's a pile of dead bodies in the corner. And they're going to say, "Oh, oh, bit or gorge."
What? Huh?
Why did you kill me, Bit?
What the heck's happening over here?
Can I roll something to see how good this is?
Yes, you can. Please do. I was trying to remember. Did I have a? I forgot my Bit and Gorge voice already. Was it?
It was Cockney.
It's a little
It was
Cockney.
Cockney. Yeah, it's right. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
I'm gonna use a plot point to add another die.
Not superstitious, just a little stitches.
Just a little stitches.
Little stitches.
Just a
Little
tad stitches.
stitches. Okay, I'm adding one more die. I just have to choose which one it is. Okay, we'll just say this and roll.
Wow.
Okay.
What'd you get?
I got an 8, a 6, a 6, and a 4. Number 1.
Wow.
But
yeah.
so I'm gonna take the 8 and the 6 for a 14 with
Sure.
an effect die of 8.
Amazing. Yeah, how do you want to handle that effect die? Do you want to create some sort of complication on Gorge here?
Yeah, I think the complication is that now Gorge thinks that ghosts are real and is scared.
It's So you
Gorge
do
is
this,
haunted.
And oh, what's that then? Bit, is that you?
Why did you kill me, Gorge?
What? I didn't kill anyone. What?
I put a curse on you, Gorge.
I'm cursed. Bit, I'm cursed. As he runs out of the room, and you have successfully evaded capture.
Fierce.
Upstairs, Milo, Chomper, Kira, the pigeon just shakes their head as Captain Greyback says, "You know my sister, then."
I mean, not on a friendly term. She was
Yeah.
simply an educator at Ursa
Simply
Academy.
an educator. They're letting her teach the youth now.
Well-
She's a traitor. To
Is
her
she
own
now?
kind.
Not anymore. Once again, we do have a bit of information, and she has something to do with it. She's not around anymore, pal.
All right. Tell me.
You'll tell us and then you'll decide if we're worth survival or not?
He walks closer to you, Milo. He says, he looks to you, Chomper, kind of like eyeing you hard. He says, I mean, obviously all of you know the information. I really only need one of you to tell me.
Actually, not entirely true.
He looks down at you, Milo.
It's a very long drive. So, I'm curious though. Captain to captain, why exactly did you go AWOL with Ursa? You say your sister's a traitor. I smell a story.
Perhaps for another time. And he turns around and he goes over and pulls a lever and then and all of a sudden the lighthouse, you feel like the gravity starts to shift as you feel yourself start floating up a little bit. He is holding on to a rail. Outside,
Oops.
well, Skipper, you feel yourself start floating up from the blanket and whatnot. Tennison, you are flying around, but you feel the gravity start to shift outside as well. There's just a lack of it, and although the oxygen field is still up, he's just seemed to have reversed the gravity of this place a little bit. And Milo, you start floating up. He's been lumbering around a little bit. So it's very unexpected when he turns on a dime and just like he's on top of you, Milo, faster than you would have assumed. He grabs you, Milo, and he's got you like with one hand. You are basically like your head is just sticking out.
Yeah.
And
Very small.
he turns to you, Kira, as you're kind of floating there, and he, I guess he technically starts floating up as well, since he let go of the rail to grab Milo. He turns to you, Kira. Tell me. And then he grips Milo tighter.
If your problem is with Ursa, they're no longer. Nothing is around. Zoa is gone.
How?
We don't know. But we do know that they're on our tail and were following us a couple days ago. They're going to be here soon. That's the funny thing. They come with metals and irons. Nothing can penetrate it. Why do you think we've been running, pal? And I best say you should start yourself.
Make me some sort of a persuasion check here, Kira.
Oh, gosh. She read about Westerns, pal. She's got to think about what they would talk like.
I noticed that. I was like,
she's going Western. Why not? Let's try this. Oh, gosh, y'all.
plot point.
Yes. What can I do with a plot point?
You can add another die.
Yeah, take another trait that you want to add to it.
Can I use a plot point to make the difficulty lower, or no? Would that have to be?
That's only for your Book of Zoa.
Okay. Then I'm gonna add my 8 and my 5, and then use my D10. Is that a D10? As my 8 and a 5. What is that? 13.
13.
And use a D10.
So that's not quite enough.
I didn't add a plot point yet to add another one. Can I add one more die and see if that brings it up?
Yeah, I mean, you already rolled, so you can add one of the die that you... So basically add a 3 if you wanted to.
Okay, I'm going to add the 3 to that.
All right, now bring it up to a 16, which is going to be just enough. Oh,
thank God.
He kind of takes a moment, Kira. You can see him thinking. And in that moment, as you seem to have maybe kind of hit a stride with him, you hear coming in from the room, I'm cursed! I'm cursed! Oh, please! I can't! He's like swimming in, kind of like grabbing onto the wall and like kind of pushing off of it and just kind of tumbling and floating. I'm cursed and now I can fly! Somebody help me! Wait, Captain, you can fly too! What's happening?
Turn to Pinky.
I think he like smacks into Chomper's head, like, you know.
Ow.
Point of order is
crew you have here.
Is Flip just like floating around Chomper's head?
Yeah,
right?
it's orbit. Yeah,
Orbiting.
Flip orbits around Chomper's head. Yeah, he uses his rat tail as a propeller. That's good, Sumkey. I like that. And the captain was looking at you, Kira. He turns to look at Gorge. I think he lets go of you, Milo. He kind of just pushes you back towards them, and then he grabs Gorge by the tail and pulls him in, and kind of flings him a little bit towards the pigeon. And he says, Gorge, where are the others? I didn't find them, Captain. I can't find them. But the dead bodies downstairs. The dead bodies. They're haunted. And for the record, Kira, Chomper, Milo, this is the first you've heard of dead bodies.
Dead bodies. You've been busy.
He just gives you a look. And he says, Jack, fix the gravity. And the pigeon kind of like flies their way down to the lever and And the gravity, you guys kind of softly land back on the ground. Good afternoon, Dial-a-Roop. So...
Is the pigeon a one-eyed Jack? Is that what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
I love that.
So, for the moment, there's kind of a bit of a calm amidst the room.
All
Tennison, you are flying around. The gravity, for you, actually, because we're going back a second, the gravity is still wonky. So what are you doing flying around there?
I made a roll for my agility / stealth,
Okay.
and I can use a plot point to add a die from this pool into my total, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. So it gives me a 15 with the D8 effect.
Okay. Oh, nice. Very good. So yeah, you fly off unseen. Bit does not catch you. And
Okay.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I want to circle back around so that I'm still in Bit's like general area, and then Tennison is gonna try his best and just be like, Bit, where are you? Get over here!
That's so good. I really want you to roll for this.
I can roll again.
Yeah, roll me like some sort of like a performance or like
Oh, absolutely.
Acting check, deception, whatever.
Come
you
on,
wanna call
acting
it.
check.
Come on, acting.
Getting rid of these plot points. Mom. Okay. That's used. Brr. Honestly. Okay. How about a 15 with a D8 effect?
15. Okay.
Hey,
Nice. So
theater camp.
yeah, for real.
He went once.
You Bit turns around. Captain? Where you at? Captain, is that you? Wait. Captain, and he starts walking down the gangway off the ship as Dresden slithers off. He goes one direction back into the tower. Dresden slithers over to you, find you, Tennison, and she looks up and she says, maybe we should take something off of these ships.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright. Together or split up?
We should split up. I think that'll be faster.
Which one do you want?
You go to this one here. I'll search the other.
Okay.
Yeah, you go to the old dog.
Alright. So she slithers over to the old dog, and you fly your way around to this nameless ship. You go around that direction. Meanwhile, Skipper, what are you doing?
So when the zero gravity hit,
Yeah.
Skipper was floating and they got an idea. And so they
Oh,
whoop
no.
their head out in the hallway down towards where they know was it a shoe bill
The shoebill and the hog.
and a hog, and they're going to gracefully glide through the air down just far enough so that the shoe bill and the hog can see them. And they're going to say, "Oh, hello there." Do they turn around?
The shoebill turns around, and she says, Boris!
Would either of you care for a race? And I'm going to try to fly away and lead them away from this area, like outside.
And the hog, like, starts kind of, like, rushing to the door. Come on, Stiletto, we gotta get her! That's my hog voice.
Stiletto and wait, what are their names? I gotta write this
Stiletto
down.
and Boris.
Stiletto and
Yes,
Boris.
thank you.
I
Kate for
love
Stiletto.
Stiletto.
Yes.
Which, are you going up or down?
I think what I'm trying to do is gracefully glide through the air because I'm such a good swimmer and I'm so like slippery. I'm gonna try to like whoop 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 whoop, whoop through them and out the door, so that they maybe like even like run into each other and then like follow. That's the goal.
So, it's so good. Make me a check here. Make me a pool to see your agility in zero gravity.
I have a primal power called Super Swimmer. Skipper is dexterous
Yeah.
in water and space. Navigates zero or altered gravity with grace.
Amazing.
So I'm using that for the first time in this whole game. Okay. I'll add my agility, which is my best score. Knock on wood. Hope this works out. Okay. And one more. I'm at 3. I'm going to use sorry, I'm doing this whole thing. I'm going to use anything is possible, agility, and oh, of course, explorer. Okay,
Yep.
rolling that. Okay, yes. I got a 10 on my D10. Does that mean something special? And a 6 on my D6, and an 8
doesn't.
on my D8.
Holy shnikes, you
What?
did. It
What?
doesn't mean anything special necessarily, but
Aw.
you did make
It
a
is
really,
really
good roll.
cool.
Wow.
I'm going to take the D6
Uber successful.
and the D10. No, I'm going to take the, I'm going to take the D6 and the D10 and then use the the D6 and the D8 and use the D10 effect. Okay,
Forgive
so 18.
me if I'm looking at this wrong. Yeah, you could do the. Yeah, I see.
18.
Yeah.
You have an
do that.
18 with a D10
Yeah.
effect. Amazing. Yeah, they
Yeah.
scurry. I mean, Boris is like basically a sphere, and then Stiletto is like a stick.
leg.
So you're like playing with a ball and a stick essentially, and Boris is like. Get her down there. And Stiletto's Boris, not that way. This way. Boris, no. Get out of the way. And you kind of swim around, like you said, until like basically they kind of get in this position where Boris is like, oh no, and then that's when the gravity, and Boris just smacks on top of Stiletto, and knocking them both out at the bottom of the lighthouse.
And Skipper strikes a cool pose to the camera, like, "Meh."
Chick lands on
As
top of them.
Skipper like just gently
Sailor
like
Moons it.
falls to the ground, and then
She's so
good.
cool.
So good. I love it. So, Skipper, right as you land, you hear a voice coming at you. Captain, is that you? Captain, where are you? And you recognize it to be Bit, who is about to enter through the archway and see you.
I take out my net gun and I prepare to shoot.
Period.
Skipper is good.
She is taking them all down, man.
Yeah, amazing. Make me a roll for that,
Okay.
as you shoot your net gun.
Feeling this
is
one
why
might
I
not go
didn't
as well.
want you in the room
Milo,
with us.
Kira, and Chomper.
Ah.
Yeah,
Mm.
so Tennison, you're off to go to that other ship. Dresden goes to the other one. Hector and Ebley are still hiding. Kira, Chomper, Milo, you are up in this control tower still, or control room. The captain walks over, now that the gravity's back. The captain, Greyback, turns, says, all right, way I see it, we got a couple ways out of this. You give me more information on what you know about these metal beings so that we all can survive. In return, we give you enough resources to get by. We go our separate ways. All is fair. Alternatively, we can battle it out right here. You can die with the information you have, and we'll just take our chances with these metal beings. We've done a pretty good job so far of staying out of the spotlight. You tell me what you want to do, Captain.
Don't think there's any reason we need to do any battling out of anything. As far as we know, we're what's left of Zoa at this point. What's the point of just killing each other off even further? The way I see it, at this point, we're all that we have of each other. And now I know you guys have been sailing out here for 12 years on your own and doing a very good job of it. But at this point, you're gonna need help because we need help. And I think a team up would be a lot more beneficial than a bunch of dead bodies in a space station. Don't you agree, Captain?
He nods. All right then. Team up it is. And he walks towards you and he pulls out his arm
Tiny arm.
and you touch hands.
Mm-hmm.
And he leans in real close and he says, "Don't make me regret this."
I could say the same.
Skipper, what'd you get?
I used 2 plot points so that I could add an extra die and then also have a 3rd die in my total. So I got a 14 with a D8 effect.
Okay.
I want it to work.
You easily and he's like, "Captain, are you And then he's caught up in this net. And you have caught Bit. He's like, "Hey, what's the big idea here? Let me ask." What?
I go over and I want to like so that he can't talk, so that the rope is like up around his mouth. Better luck next time, friend. And then I'm gonna go find Tennison.
What do you do with him? You just leave him there?
Yeah. Oh no, I put the 3 bodies in the room.
You're gonna drag those 3 bodies
No,
up to the
I'm
room?
too small. I cannot do that.
You can hold up Bit pretty easily, but Stiletto and Boris are pretty
Oh, then I
heavy.
take Bit with me as a captive.
Okay.
I'm gonna go find Tennison.
And you rush out to go find Tennison.
And I use my
So-
echo. Tennison, I got out. Where are you?
Justin and I split up to search the ships for supplies. How are you doing? Did you make it out okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm gonna come to you and help you out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm over here on the other end of the dock to that weird ship that we saw.
All right, I'll meet you there.
Skipper, you rush over. You and Tennison kind of find each other as you go to board this presumably pirate ship together. And there is a at the moment a truce amongst the people up at the top. Kira, you can't help but to look over to Max's sister there, who is just kind of like looking at you like, this is not a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over and be like, well, considering the fact that we could use every person and aid, why don't you start by trusting us and let loose this captive of yours?
And at that point, One-Eyed Jack just goes,
Can I smack One-Eyed Jack?
Yeah.
No, don't.
Yes, please, dude.
Ooh.
You don't even have to roll.
Oh,
he,
feeling so
he doesn't see it coming at all. You just,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Ah!" And he flies across the room, barely kind of stopping himself before he hits the wall. And everyone goes at the moment,
Sorry?
like tense. And
I don't like being laughed at, and I'm gonna look at Greyhorn. Is that what you said?
Greyback. Yeah.
Greyback.
Captain Greyback,
I'm gonna look at Greyback. Sorry.
who looks
I don't
back to you,
laughed at.
and
Or
he
you.
says, "Neither do I." And he turns to Jack and says, "Keep your mouth shut." And he turns back to you, Kira. Unfortunately, this one has given us too much trouble to be unbound.
What exactly kind of trouble has she been causing you?
Well, let's just say there was one more of us. She
So-
killed one of my crew.
So she killed my crew, I see. And so your plan is to just keep her eternally tied in a chair?
Oh no, we're gonna make her pay for sure.
Flip, 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 flip. Hold on, mate. What did she kill?
He turns to look at you. You mean who?
Flip, flip, flip. Hey, hold on. You're a rhino. You're like us hippos. You should have one of us.
He walks over to you and he looks to Flip and he says, like I said, we're gonna make her pay. And with the unease in the room and our clock ticking down, we're gonna stop there for today.
Oh, wait, that was a moment.
I am sweating so hard right now.
I am so stressed
Damn.
out.
Kira, who are you? Like, what
She
is this other
landed.
personality?
She is in the zone.
She was laughed at all her life. She's just channeling
just
that
trying
inner
to-
little kid.
He's turned into this sultry, dark, aggressive, hot mama. Like, what?
I love it.
She's a sultry,
Dreary.
dark, aggressive hot mama.
I love it.
That's what she is.
Milo's intrigued.
Ah!
She's suddenly no longer boring.
my
Oh,
gosh.
she's suddenly no longer boring, is how I said it.
I also love that Tennison's like, I don't want to fight, and Skipper's like, bow, bow.
That's like, boosh, boosh, boosh. Oh, no
Yeah, you're-
violence, and Skipper has a body count.
So,
Man.
yeah, we have a tenuous truce with a big vendetta wedged in the middle of it. And we'll see what you all find on a pirate ship next week as well. I say
Mhm.
next week. However,
Oh,
we're gonna have to wait
Right.
2 weeks.
that's right.
Right.
Next week is our mid-season.
Wait, are you
break.
sure it's next week? I thought it was the week after next week.
I am
Because
positive
it's
next
Father's
week
Day weekend, I
because
thought.
I am out of town next week, so it is definitely next week.
It's
It's the 13th that we will be missing. Yep.
Yes.
So we will be off next week, but come back 2 Sundays from now to find out what happens next. Eek. How exciting. Until then, thank you for watching. Stick around for a raid. We will do a raid here in just a moment, so hang out for that. And thank you again. We love you, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time for the second half of this pirate craziness. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.